Morning, fam. I'm going to try to get through this without crying my eyes out, okay? So, you guys know this is about race. Um, I don't shy away from things like this. I don't think anybody should, because in one way or another we're going to have to come face to face with it, whether we like it or not. And so we need to know where one another comes from. That's why it was so important to me that we touched on the history of hip hop, because when we do start mingling and going around each other, there has to be some background, um, some platform to build from. And shout out to Harvey Dent. I wish I could have done such a better job with that video, but things happen for a reason, and this tweet happened at a time when I'm not supposed to be on social media. But luckily my husband was a very understanding person, and he was just like, I know you're gonna worry about it all night, so you might as well see what's going on. If you guys don't know, I have a friend, and his name is Technician, Tech the Rapper, and I follow him on all his platforms. I follow him on SoundCloud, I follow him on Instagram, I follow him Twitter, and vice versa. And he just has like a real lion heart about him. He is very tenacious, he's a go-getter. But this was a different side that I've never seen before. Because when I went on Twitter, he's trying to defend a woman he doesn't even know. And when you think about chivalry being dead, I see this and my faith is restored, So I wanted to see, what's going on? What is Tech doing? So what happened was, this woman, she tweets out, hopefully I get this right because I'm telling you guys, horrible with all this stuff. She puts, "Here we effing go again, people trying to say I can't say Nigga when I don't even use it in a derogatory way. I never use it in a effing bad way." Then she puts everything in caps. "Just because I'm white means I can't say it." And she's saying this with 4 question marks. Nah. F off my Twitter. Y'all about to piss the wrong B off. In my experience, you just don't say that word. What I'm starting to learn from the younger generation is it depends where you live and what state and who are your friends. I see that on YouTube a lot. You'll have people that look like me. We don't know if they're mixed or whatever, but awfully pale. And I'm Hispanic, but I have anemia deficiency, vitamin D12 deficiency. There's just so much going on. So if you see somebody with my skin color saying the N-word, you're like, this doesn't make sense, To me, that's the way it's always been. But as you guys know, I've only been on social media like since November of last year. So a lot of things have changed. So I was trying to understand why Tech would do this, why he would put himself in this situation, but at the same time, I admire bravery. I understand what he's doing, because it takes a lot of guts to throw yourself in there, especially for somebody you don't know. And you don't see it often. It's rare. So I'm like, okay. My husband's looking at me like, you're not going to rest until you find out what's going on. So, but that's the truth. So I jump on here. I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So after she put that, I read a little blurb of what Tech's doing. He put, "Nigga is universal. Everyone says it. MFers, if you MFers don't want anyone saying it. They need to stop calling each other it. Black man here. Okay, so I already know these are two tweets that they don't mix. But I love tech, my friend. So I'm not just going to stand by and not say something. I've been that person that has screwed up and said something dumb and had nobody there for me. And I've screwed up and said something dumber and had somebody come and help me out. So, not like this. We're just talking about in life. This is something that is very sensitive. So, my tweet after that woman that wrote, I can say whatever I want, and then Tech said, yeah, it's universal. So this was my tweet. I put, Tech, I love you, cuz your generation will hopefully be the most loving and enlightened. Now, I can't really see how anyone who is black, as a collective, can accept that word ninja being thrown around like that. No disrespect, I'm talking to the Caucasian lady, to you, but Tech is my friend. Hashtag ninja ain't for us. So then Tech puts, I know it had, I'm so sorry, a negative meaning way back in the day, but it was black people ourselves who replaced ER with GA. And everyone says it now, so why even be mad about it? That's what I was saying. The way I see it, the angrier you get over words, the more power you give them. And my response, in fact, it's not even in here because I don't know how it got taken out. Let me see. Let me see if I took a picture of it. Because I could see the rest of my tweets, but not the one that was directly. I said, you are so right. I'm not mad at anyone, Tech, and I see your point with all my heart. If racism changed and everyone accepted each other for their character, my point would be invalid. But racism is here, and I'm proud of you for standing up. We all need to love each other, period. And then it goes to something else. So some of my tweets, and I want to keep saying text messages, but that's not correct. Some of my tweets are out of sequence. So I'm trying to put them in the right sequence. Okay. So he had said, I understand that it had a bad connotation back in the day. And I'm like, well, let's talk about that. Okay, let me jump back to Twitter. Let me take a picture of this since I'm jumping back and forth. Yeah, so I'm starting to see all the mean tweets that he got. Yeah, this tweet shouldn't have been by itself. It doesn't. Okay. So here we go. It's really not a big deal, is what Tech was saying. Trump's ruining the country, and y'all are worried about what kind of words people say. I put on my Tech. I said, I can't even say ninja when no one is around. I'm a different generation. I'm learning so much about your culture. Hip hop is life. That word, even used in NI, and I put an asterisk, GA form, is a word that once had power over a people that are no more. But you are here, Tech. Because you are here and other young kings and queens, MLK and Rosa Parks and so many others, yes, black and white, stood up together against racism. That word tech, and I had an emoji hand pointing up towards, the deleted tweet basically, has no power now except that it's a reminder of how far you all have come. I put prayer hands. So you would think, hopefully, it's a little bit diffused, maybe it'll calm down. No, not at all. No. That was wishful thinking. Because, of course, somebody had to respond to me. And it was when Tech had said, I know it had a negative meaning back in the day. And somebody goes, had a negative meaning. It's still used against black people to this day. It's not for white people to say. Anyways, only black people can reclaim the word. So I'm trying my hardest to just step back. And I do step back because it's, this is just how it is. This is not there's my train. This is not my people or my background, I should say. So it can only be like, you come over here, Tech, let's talk. And he's doing his best to be chivalrous and try to make a point about, hey, in this day and age, why are we still saying that word, and why is it some can say it and others can't? And so we touched on some history, some reasonings why. But all in all, it is who is using that word. And I'm just basically telling them, look, not from experience, but I've seen what happens when that word is used on either side. And it gets out of hand, and it just cannot trust it. He put, these morons won't ever be free if they can't see the truth in the world. It's all good, though. I know your intentions, and I appreciate it, but these are other idiots. F them. But you're my homie, Tech, and that word is deep, deep, deep. It's going to take a lot of healing for the world. I appreciate you, G. You're tough as nails. We need to talk on it, is all. This way, everyone is on the same page with respect for one another. That is not a trifling word. And this guy, I mean, my God, this is not just like some random act. Tech is always trying to help others. He's always trying to stick up for somebody. Look at all the hate that he got. It's just, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that he was in the wrong for trying to change the narrative? Do you think that, just tell me your thoughts. I have no idea. I just absolutely respect him. He's got a lion's heart, like I said, and I'll always be here for him. I'll be here for anybody that is trying to do good, and I know that they're trying to do good in their heart and trying to change things for the better in the world. And that's what I saw. And am I a saint? No. Am I a superhero? Hell no. But I love that we're trying to fix things slowly. Sorry, I'm gonna have to like stop the video, but please follow @TechOfficial, and I'll put everything in the description. He's on Twitter. There's my trusty train, and then he's also on my Instagram. So I'll put all of his information, like I said, I'll put it down in the description box. Just let me know what you guys think. It could have gotten so much worse. For that lady, it did. It's bad for her. So, and he also has a channel on YouTube. So I'll be putting all of this information down. But I think it's worth it to make a friend with Tech and just to give him some support. Let me get out of here before this train drives me crazy, guys. I love you. I got more vids. And I haven't slept.